Hey, Carpool Crew, happy Tuesday. I'm Pastor Justin, and before we jump in, let me give a big shout out to Taven and Jameson from St. Joseph, Missouri. I'm so glad you're riding with us. I hope you have an incredible day, and remember that God is with you every step you take. So today's episode is all about standing out at school without being the loudest. You know how some kids get noticed for being funny or fast or fancy in what they wear? There is another way to stand out that actually lasts. Let's jump in with the one thing I want you to remember for the ride. The Spirit grows kindness and self-control in you that other kids will notice. So listen to this from Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Paul writes, "The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." Fruit is something that grows, and you do not force an apple onto a tree. When God's Spirit is in you, this good stuff grows out of you over time. So the people who first read this were learning that following God is not about faking good behavior. It's about God growing real change from the inside out. Here's what really lands with me. When you keep your cool while everyone else melts down, or you are kind when it would be easier to be mean, kids notice. Not because you're showing off, but because it's different in a good way. See, if Jesus were sitting in the car with you or at the breakfast table, I think he'd probably say, "You do not have to be the loudest to stand out. Let me grow the fruits of the Spirit in you, and people will see the difference." So it's group project time, and one kid is being really difficult, and everybody is getting a little snippy. You know what I mean, making little comments under their breath, not being too nice. You stay steady. You don't freak out. You don't say something mean or join in. You just keep being kind. You keep living out the fruits of the Spirit. You don't fire back, and then later, another kid asks, "How are you so chill?" Now, that is the fruit of the Spirit, and somebody just noticed it. So this week, try this. First, pick one fruit from that list. Maybe it's patience, maybe it's kindness, maybe it's self-control, and ask God to grow it in you this week. You know, every Sunday, my family does the Herman family meeting, and we pick a different fruit of the Spirit to focus on that week as a family. It is so easy. We get together, we talk about what's happening that week, we talk about what we're doing for dinners, we talk about any activities, and then we talk about the fruit of the week. You could pick a fruit of the week with your family. It's one that you remind each other of and focus on together. Now, let's go back to the one thing I want you to remember for the ride. The Spirit grows kindness and self-control in you that other kids will notice. Remember, no matter where you are or how you're listening, God loves you. And parents, did you know that we have a game? Yeah, it's called Road Trip. You can download it in the Apple App Store. It's only $1.99, and you'll never pay another penny. There's no in-app purchases. We're not tracking anyone's data. It's just a fun driving game that I think your kids will enjoy. There's a link in their show notes. I hope you consider checking it out. Now, before you go, let's answer this question together. What is one fruit of the Spirit you want God to grow in you this week? I'll see you tomorrow on Carpooling with Jesus.